Hello, both of you.
Hello, Scott.
Hi, Scott.
It's been a
Hope
long
you
time
are
seeing you.
long time no see. How you been?
I'm good. I'm trying to keep myself busy
Yeah, are you going a little stir crazy?
a little bit because I'm so used to like being on set and having like the rush of like going on set and off set and then to school and then going to crafty and then there and then this and then getting changed and then like I just sit down. I'm like, okay, what do I have to do now? Oh wait, I don't. Oh, oh no, I don't have anything to do today.
Yeah. How about you, Jim? How you holding up?
I feel the same as Brooklyn. Yeah, exactly the same.
I want to first and foremost, of course, thank you both for participating in this. It gives us journalists something to do as well, so we
Well,
do
I have to tell you,
definitely
man. Yeah,
appreciate it.
this has been the highlight of our week. It's
Yes.
nice to see some new faces.
So, big fan of yours, and of course, we all know I love Brooklyn, little Brooklyn over there. So, I wanted to first and foremost start out with a question about Hilde. When did you first discover her story, and did you know about the story prior to signing on to this project?
No. I had no idea until I got the script and I read it and I was like, whoa, I have to research her. And I researched her for like probably like a really long time because I was like, oh wow, I have to do more research because I just loved her and I fell like in love with her and I was so inspired that I was like,
Mind blown, huh?
mind blown.
How about for you, Jim?
I had no idea of the story. In fact, I think I'd read about 2 or 3 of the scripts that I was hooked on before I even knew that it was based on a real story. And then when I found out, of course, it just kind of heightens all interest when you know that this is actually based on real people and that the family is a real family dynamic, and that we were able to look at the relationship between Matt and Hildy, and they're real people, and we were actually able to meet those guys and observe their sort of relationship that they have with each other. So yeah, it was so exciting to sort of find it was all based on a real girl, and her real escapades.
So, what kind of reservations do you have when you're taking on a project like this that is actually based on fact? How much of the research did you do? Did you spend a lot of time with the actual father? And for you, Brooklyn, Hilde, did you actually spend a lot of time with them to learn how their personalities were, how their interactions were, in order to get it so perfect on the screen?
I think I felt like we were able to make our own versions of the family. We were able to create our own family, and we didn't have to sort of look and behave like the individual people that we were playing. But it was important just to get the essence of the relationship more than anything, which was a very specific relationship that Matt has with his daughter Hildy, and Hildy has with her dad. So it was more about just kind of being around them and observing them rather than sort of being bogged down with how does Matt dress, what are his mannerisms, how does he wear his hair, how does he, and just sort of understanding about investigative journalism through Matt and how his daughter Hildy has just looked up to that and has also aspired to be an investigative journalist. So we were kind of interested in that dynamic, I think, more than anything.
That's great. So Brooklyn, for you, you obviously had your big breakout performance with Florida Project, and then you were in a couple other little movies here and there. But how does it feel actually being the star of an Apple TV series?
I mean, I I can't believe it because I love Apple. I just love Apple's technology. I mean, my whole family just has Apple technology. Um, I love being on my iPad, so I was like, wow, I'm gonna be like on an Apple TV show.
I always like asking this question. Brooklyn, you're relatively new to the industry. Jim, you've been around a little bit. Always admire what you do with your work. Me and my wife are huge fans of Across the Universe. Love that movie so much. What did you each learn from one another while you were making this show?
Brooklyn. You want me to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay.
I learned that it's really important to be a good scene partner. Like Jim is a really good scene partner. I mean, in like emotional scenes, like he'll be emotional behind the camera, even when it's not on him. And that's something really special. And I also learned that keeping the positive, fun side while balancing, the work and the focus, and also to when you're in family breakfast scenes, try to keep your focus as much. Jim was like the leader in those family breakfast scenes. He was like, "All right, people, namaste."
It's focus. It's like herding cats. Yeah, a family breakfast scene in the Lisco house is like herding cats. There's just so many moving parts, food flying everywhere. It's an interesting day at work.
Everyone's eating.
Yeah.
So I just want to say I got a wrap, but I just watched 2 of the episodes to prep for this interview. It has hooked me. I will be watching at least 2 episodes a day now until it's done. And congratulations on getting the renewal for a second season. And I can't wait to see what's next.
Oh, great, man.
Yes.
So thank you again for doing this with me today. And it was great seeing you. And I look forward to seeing you both in person soon.
Yeah, man. Thanks,
See
Scott.
you later. Take care.
Yeah, mate.
Can't wait to actually hug you.
I know. Virtual hug. See you soon.
See you soon.
Bye.